now called The Secrets of Masonic Washington. All right, it says here, the United States was started by Freemasons. To date, 14 American presidents have been initiated Freemasons that we know of, that they admit. And now let's take a look at their wives. Easiest way to know if a politician is a Freemason is to look at their wife, or in this case, husband. Now, most of these people, you got to ask yourself, are they drag queens? All right, are these transvestites hidden in plain sight? Crossing the legs, large skulls, disproportionate, broad shoulders. Look at Mr. Bush there on the left. And there's New World Order himself giving us the sign, standing next to Freemason Gerald Ford with their tranny wives. Oh, my goodness. Look at that. What do we have here? And we've got the politician issue hip pads with the longest arms ever recorded in history. Placed in their hands like that, a sign of unity, equilibrium, balance. And look at the strength, the masculine cheekbones, all the bones, in fact. Now remember, I'm speaking to an audience who's been following my work for the last 3 years. They know what's going on. If you're new to my channel, you have no idea what is going on. So just be quiet and listen. Better yet, look at the photos. Ask yourself, is that a man or a woman? Wearing a female dress, wearing female makeup. But what's underneath the makeup? What's underneath the hair? What's underneath the mask? The nose job, the plastic surgery, the hormones. What is going on with the broad shoulders and the long arms, long humerus bone? Now, this Canadian PM, he's from the Sinclair family, who are the founders of Scottish Freemasonry about 800 years ago. Now, is the Indonesian guy holding a boy? It kind of looks like a son, right? What's going on? Got a man face, 6 feet tall. Now, yes, I know some women are 6 feet tall, but this happens to be a 6 foot tall boy with long hair. You know, I feel kind of bad for them, but they seem to be enjoying their androgynous lifestyle. Not here to judge, just here to point out the facts. People practice a religion where they balance the polar opposites. They are not male or female, they are male and female in the image of their androgynous God and their androgynous Adam. Fake breasts, male skull. Now that one's still young enough to pull it off. And of course, remember they said all these rumors, Barack was the first gay president. And in fact, it wasn't even a rumor. It was posted on the cover of a magazine. I mean, come on. So now a lot of people think he's an FTM. He may be. I don't have I cannot prove that. At least my goal is baby steps. Let's just admit that these women are actually men. All right. That's easy to spot. That's too much for people to handle, apparently, even though it's quite obvious to most of us here on my channel. And it doesn't matter if it's Democrat or Republican. They're all in on the game. All right. Now there's something extra dimensional going on here. These people have tapped their religion is to have their body become inhabited by demons. All right. That's what it is. I read it. Okay. I'll show you guys later. This is all documented. They use hidden coded language in symbols, but pearls represent the secret, the secret mysteries, the hidden gems. The secret sauce, the secret teaching of all ages, the secret doctrine, the secret societies. They have a lot of secrets. Well, it's hiding in plain sight if you have eyes to see it. It's right there in front of you. What is that? What are you looking at? What is that? Is that a man or a woman? Come on, it's not that hard. Now, obviously, this person resembles Aleister Crowley, so it probably is some kind of relation there. They're all kind of related somehow, right, at the end of the day. They got some kind of special bloodline that they're preserving. Practice androgyny, which means there's a controlled breeding program. They don't reproduce normally. It's controlled reproduction, new and improved, according to their beliefs. They got sperm and egg and synthetic biology. Whatever is going on, they seem to be enjoying it. All first ladies have been androgynous alchemists. All right, it's pretty obvious. Now, a lot of people will say, oh, come on, man, that's just a nasty old woman. It's a nasty old man, all right? Come on. A man in a wig, all right? And it's a secret. Don't tell anybody. Let's keep this video between you and me because it's just too disturbing. And there's Herman Munster, the Adam's apple, with the shoulders. Kind of a smallish person overall, but A lot of these Jewish guys are kind of small. Look at that head, man. That's freaky, all right? It's a freak fest. And I mean no disrespect. But why should I respect these trannies, man? Come on, really? And of course, Ronald Reagan, he is one of these feminine-looking actors, all right? He is one of these strange-looking male actors. They all kind of got this strange feminine vibe going on to a certain extent. Linking the fingers again like that. That's another sign I've never noticed too much. Look at that big old head. Nancy's head is bigger than his. For some reason. They kind of make it look smaller somehow, but it's actually bigger, isn't it? And the body's smaller. It's like this huge head on this small body. There's Mr. Thatcher, the Iron Man. Classic. Is that Brooke Shields of all people? Wow, it's just a trans fest. All those women there are men. Even the daughter, right? It runs in the family with these people. They got some kind of weird breeding system going on that we just don't know too much about, but it's totally possible. IVF, surrogates, controlled breeding, all right, sperm, egg banks, all right? They're harvesting people's eggs, and they show this in movies sometimes, how they do this kind of stuff, but they call it fiction. Horses, all right? Horses. They get hormones from horses. There's Herman Munster again, all right? It's the Munsters, the trans mutants. Yes, I'm a man. Jimmy Carter, Jocelyn Carter. Now, I actually met Jimmy Carter once briefly at a Habitat for Humanity event when I was in college. Seemed like a nice guy, very tall. All these guys are pretty tall. But Amy's a man. Amy is a boy, and his wife is a boy. Not so sure about Jimmy. Some people think he's Kennedy, actually. You know, like probably is, you know. Kennedy probably didn't die. But his wife's a man, whatever the situation is regarding the Kennedys. All right, those two girls are boys. All right, that's a dude you're looking at right there, which means that he's a Freemason as well, right? They didn't want to tell people he's a Freemason because he's trying to be this nice guy, peanut farmer kind of guy. If your wife's a tranny, you're a Freemason, all right? That's just how it works. Very simple, very easy. Gerald Ford, openly admitted Freemason. According to that book I just read, his wife is a secret alchemist. E.R. alchemist. Even Republicans are alchemists. ERA. Androgynous alchemists, which is what that means. That's a dude. Slow down the video. Watch it in slow motion if you dare. Hi, how you doing? We're all a bunch of demonically possessed, transgendered entities playing hockey with a scarf around the neck. Betty Ford Clinic. Betty Ford Transgendered Surgery Clinic. We know what's going on there. A little bit too masculine for a real female. They believe your true self is out there in the spirit world, and you have to change your body so that the spirit world can enter into your body, in the androgynous body. Oh, the Nixons. Yeah, Pat Nixon. Pat. All right? Are you a boy or are you a girl? Your hands are telling me you're a man. You're a man in a wig wearing red lipstick like all the rest. Exactly the same. The brow ridge. Nothing new here. Same old situation. Nothing new under the sun. You can't become president unless your wife's a man. And who knows what's going on with the men as well. But these are the shadow queens. Got the corset. Oh, there's the Kennedy with the Adam's apple. You kind of look like British royalty there. Maybe you're all related. Oh, that's right, you are. This one. Watch some videos of this one. It talks really strange. All right, it's a classic alchemist. Balancing the polar opposites, achieving equilibrium. All is in harmony and balance. If you're male or female, you're out of balance. But if you're male and female, you're in harmony with the universe. Oh, look at the rib cage there. Not a very common sight on real women to see their rib cage like that sticking out. Look at that face, all right? Look at the bones. Look around the eyes. Look at the jaw. Look at the cheekbones. Come on. If you're ignorant of the truth of this situation, that's fine, but don't be ignorant and arrogant. Unfortunately, too much of that going on. Hand in the pockets. Large head. Now, where did they get the baby? Didn't come out of that body, so it came from somewhere else. Collarbone. Yeah. They're feminized, right? They act feminine. They talk feminine. They look feminine, but they're actually men, all right? It's a deception. It's their religion as well. So they're a man and they pretend to be women. That balances everything out and they're in harmony with the universe, all right? And really, they're just possessed by demons. They're in contact with the spiritual world. Hey, here's my all-time favorite, Lou Henry Hoover. All right, Lou Henry Hoover, not one male first name, but two male first names. Just in case you didn't catch it the first time, this one's a man. Lou Henry Hoover. The Hoover Dam, the Hoover Trans. They didn't even try with this one. Does have kind of a thin face at times, but that's about it. They didn't even give this one a nose job. How many women have a middle name of Henry? Come on. Look at that nose. That's what happens when they don't give you a nose job. You just look like a dude in a dress. All right, this is a First Lady, President Hoover. All right, this is the First Lady in the White House. If you can't see that's a dude, it's just a big nonstop drag show with the Freemasons, all right? Come on. That's their secret. That's their secret in secret societies is they're all androgynes, all right? Come on. Wake up. The profane masses cannot handle this truth. So it kind of makes us all ashamed to be an American to a certain degree, but this is going on all around the world, so don't feel so bad. It's just the way things are in the pagan and mystical nations, you know? So you can do things God's way, or you can do things this way. There's Martha Washington, all right? Come on. Is it Marty? Is it Martin? Or is it Martha? I mean, and George Washington, of course, was a Freemason. It's sorcery. It's witchcraft. Call it whatever you want, man. It ain't good, but this is happening, and they want to transform the world into their image. Now, hopefully you guys can handle this truth. If they can't handle it, it probably is easier for you to call me names and write stupid comments because you just can't handle the truth. That's probably easier. That's how you're going to get by. That's how you can sleep at night. If that's what you got to do, go for it. But if you can handle the truth, and if you have some kind of spiritual discernment, and if you study the Bible, then maybe your eyes are open. You can see things clearly. The veil of deception has been lifted. We can see clearly now. And they're all a bunch of trannies.